Okay. So this is the first page you see after you log in. After login, this is the very first page you see. Here is where you enter your sales. Here is where you view sales, add products, edit products, and also view your the products in the software. So for now, there is no products. There is no item saved yet. So you come and add an item. For instance, let's add maybe pen. The actual price of the pen is probably maybe 1 cedi, and the selling price, which is the retail price, maybe 2.5, and the quantity is 100. So you save the product, you add another product, maybe pencil. The actual price probably maybe 0.5, and this one maybe 1 cedi, and the quantity is maybe 50. You add another product, maybe book, maybe 3 cedis. The selling price 5 cedis. The total maybe 70. And we add another product, maybe crayon. Maybe 2 cedis. Selling price 3.5, and the quantities maybe 80. And with this crayon, it has a certain a date, like expiry date, so we'll set it. To set it, you have to turn on the expiry date like this. If the item doesn't have expiry date, it will be off. But if it has expiry date, you turn it on. Maybe it's going to expire maybe on the 10th. So that one you save, then you add. So now you saved I think 4. So we have 4 items at the shop. Now we have the book, crayon, pen, and a pencil. So now we will go and make a sale. So we come to say the enter sale page. Someone is in to buy maybe a book. So the book, you see the price here, 5 cedis. So you enter the book, then maybe a person is buying two. So the book we entered 70. Yeah, 70. The total quantity was 70. So when you are selling, you know the remaining. So here we were selling two. You see the 68 here, the remaining 68. It means when you sell two, it will remain 68. If you sell five, it will remain 65. So this is the unit price, the 5 cedis, then the total price here, 25 cedis. So if the customer is buying more than one item, you're going to add row. You add in row. So maybe the person wants a pencil too. So pencil 1 cedi. So you click pencil 1 cedi. The person is buying two. Pencil, the total quantity was 50. We are selling two. So it will show 48 here. And the unit price here. And then the total two. So we will say this item, we will save this one. So book pencil. So it says it will remain 50, 65, and this will remain 48. And this is where you see the total amount, 27. The sum of both of them, 25 and 2. Here's where you see it. So, and this one is the amount that the customer gave you. Maybe the customer gave you 40 cedis, you enter it here. The change, you see the change automatically here. So, and this is save without printing, and this is save and print. So now we save without printing because there's no printer connected yet. So you save the item, and we'll come to view sales. You see the item saved there. You see the total, the quantity, the total, and the profit too as well. So here is where you see your total cash in hand, and like at the end of the day, after everything, you see the total cash here, and here is where you see your profits. The profit 11 cedis. So let's make another, or let's check the remaining. You see our book 65 and pencil 48. It has deducted already. So we will sell book and maybe crayon. So let's another book for this time one, and crayon maybe two. So how much did they give you? Maybe 15 cedis. You have the change here. This one to save. When it comes to view sales, you see it here. So now we have 12 cities in addition. So you see it here, it will add like the total cash in hand at the end of the day, and then the total profits here too. So if you come to view products, you see it has deducted. So this is basically the basic feature here. Okay, and at the end of the day, you can send a report. At the end of the day, you can send a report. So to view the sample of the report, you click here and you see it here. So it says sales quantity for and the number of sales made for the paid amounts and the total profits. This is the total expense and everything. So at the end of the day, you see a total profit here. This one will be sent into your mail. This is minimum stock, everything here. And this is the total stock. The total stock is the worth of the shop. The items at the shop, the total stock, which is the like the actual price, the total amount of money you invested in the shop. You see all of them here, and this one will show you the sales which were made, and also the current stock at the moment. So this one will be sent to your mail every day, every single day. So this is where you view it, and this is where you send it. So you click send, it will send to the mail. And also it says report sent successfully. And also when you want to make an edit, let's say a book, when you want to edit, you can edit. When you want to add an item, maybe you want to add maybe 15, you can add it. If you want to change the selling price, any other thing you want to change, you can change. Then you update. So if you come here, you see the book has been added up here. If you want to, maybe for instance a pencil was spoiled or something, maybe it hit the ground, got spoiled or something, or maybe it's expired or something. Yes, here is where you can take that item off. When you come to this item, is a move to trash form. So maybe pencil, there's a problem, maybe two of them is spoiled or something. So you click the two to show you the remaining here 46. And why are you moving this item to trash? Maybe it has expired or it is spoiled or any special reason, you type it here. Maybe it's spoiled, you click it, then you proceed, then you move it to trash. So you see it's no more here. And here and this one too, every action that is taken is recorded. Every action is recorded. So when you come to activities, you see everything we did here. The first thing, we created an account, we added products, and this one we moved to trash. So everything you do is recorded. If you want to go into detail, you select the keyword, maybe move to trash, it will open up. So pencil, we moved to trash, and the reason was sports, and the user that moved it to trash. So everything that is done can be recorded, and also you can restrict users. For instance, let me create a user, maybe Aman. He is a user, and this user, I don't want this user to maybe view my profits. I don't want him to be able to edit anything, delete anything. You, the administrator, you can come here and restrict the user. So you come here, user, you select Amma. Then you come, you say Amma, you don't want Amma to edit products, view total profit, delete purchases, edit. So you can restrict Amma from doing a lot of things in delete account, anything, reset and all. You can restrict Amma. So now we're about to log in into Ames account. So let's log out. So now this Ames account. When it comes to Ames account, you see here that this is the profit. Now Ama, and this is the crayon, the expiry date we set. The moment you log in, it will pop up. It says crayon will expire in the next 3 days. So that's it. And also this like Amas account. He cannot view the profit, he cannot edit, he cannot do anything. You see. When it comes here, you say you are restricted from accessing this feature. So you can also apply restrictions to the users. So this is the very basic features here. The very basic features that are important. If you want to move your stuff to Excel, all of them they are available here. And the minimum stock, maybe you can set your minimum stock to maybe when it comes to settings. Okay, it's also restricted from you. You can set your minimum stock. Maybe your minimum stock maybe five, 4, or 3 or something. When you click your minimum stock, it will bring all the minimum stock that has fallen below the set with the set figure. So now it is 5 by default. So none of the quantities are falling below. It's 5 or below. So when you come, it will show 0 here. And also yeah, basically this is the basic features. So let me log in back to the administrator account and show you. So now back to the administrator accounts. So this is what I was talking about. When it comes to the settings, here it is the minimum stock. So the set figure is what will apply at this place. And the expiry date you can set maybe 60 days, 40 days, 15 days to expiry date. You can set now it is 3 months. Within 3 months it has to show. So you can do all these settings here, then you update and save it. You can also backup database.